Yeah, can you see everyone my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yesterday, we have a detailed discussion about what is an SAP and what is an ERP and what is the meaning of centralized database system and what is decentralized database system. And we have seen what is the history of the SAP, and we have seen that why the SAP is one, even though there are many ERPs are there in the market, why SAP has become the market leader in the ERP market. And we have seen the different modules and a little bit brief about each module. Yesterday, I have not given any explanation much about the FICO module, right? Now, we will discuss what is FICO module, what is the purpose of this module, how this module is useful in the business organizations. Before understanding the what is the FI and CO, finance and controlling, you first know that what are the responsibility of the management in every organization. The management of the every organization is to the primary object of the every organization. The primary object of the management of the every organization is at the end of the financial year, they have to prepare the accurate and correct financial statements. It is the primary goal of every management. Prepare correct and accurate financial statements. Why? Why they need to prepare the financial statements and what is the purpose of it? The purpose of preparation of financial statements is some of the list I given here. That is, every company, it has to prepare financial statements at the end of the financial year for the purpose of analyzing the performance of the company. Whether we get the profit or loss, what is our result compared to the previous years. And after analyzing the performance, they have to take the decision for the better performance. Decisions like what are the measures that we need to take to improve the performance, to optimize the utilization of resources. And third one, reporting. It's very important. Reporting to various stakeholders. The purpose of preparation of financial statements is mainly, we can say that, analyze the financial performance and take the proper decisions to increase the performance and utilize optimum utilization of resources, and reporting to the stakeholders. Stakeholders means I cannot mention the list. Example I given here. Every company, after preparation of their financial statements, they have to present or they have to report their financial statements to like GOUT authorities, GOUT bodies. GOUT means government authorities like SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India, Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Income Tax authorities and other governmental bodies, to which the management has to present this or report these financial statements to government bodies and legal authorities. In some cases, every company has to present their financial statements or report their financial statements to various legal authorities. And the very important one is shareholders. After preparation of financial statements, they have to publish and present in the public domain, and they have to send these final statements to their registered addresses. So even though, because the shareholders are the real owners of the company, but shareholders, they will never participate in their day-to-day business activities of the company. The shareholders collectively elect a body to manage the company. They will take care of all activities. So ultimately, this is the team, or these are the part of every organization. This team, this team means the management has to send their financial statements to users to know that what is the position of our investment in this company. Based on that financial statement, the user will take a decision whether we continue the investment in this company or withdraw the investments, or we can increase the investments based on the performance of the company. By seeing in the financial statements, the users will take it, users means shareholders will take a decision. And sometimes others, like if the company is taken any loans or willing to take any loans from the financial institutions, they have to present their financial statements to financial institutions and local bodies. Like if the company is operating in a society, they have to follow the society rules. And it means, what I'm trying to tell you is, the company is having the responsibility to prepare the accurate and correct financial statements, and they have to report these financial statements or submit these financial statements to various stakeholders. So here the point is, they have to prepare accurate and correct financial statements, right? When it is possible, the management can prepare the accurate financial statements only when all the business transactions which are taken place in the company, in their every day-to-day business activities, they have to record it properly on timely basis. What? Each and every transaction which is taken place in the business, they have to record it correctly on timely basis without missing anything. If the management able to record all the financial information, then preparation of financial statements is not a big task, right? So whether the management is using the SAP, or the management using the Oracle, or management using Tally, or the management using any other ERP tool, whatever it is, ultimately this is the primary responsibility of the management. They have to record each and every transaction properly on timely basis to prepare the financial statements. So in doing all these activities, SAP has come up with one of the module called as FI, and another module is CO. So we are discussing about the FI. FI is one of the module. It helps the management, that is business organization, to record and store the complete version of financial statements. It is one of the tools the management can use to record and store complete version of financial statements. And it helps the companies to generate and manage the financial statements for analysis and reporting purpose, for effective decision making. I'll show you one of the example in previous batch. See, you don't know where I'm going, where I'm entering, just you see the output. In the previous batch, for one company code, we have prepared this financial statements. See, this is the previous year. You just ignore. Just 1 second. Yeah, look at this. So this is the P&L account. This is P&L account, and this is balance sheet. If you expand this expenditure, direct and indirect cost, material cost, and some other components which are there in the material, incomes, subcontracting cost, employee cost, administration cost, and depreciation amortization, financial finance cost. These are the incomes, income from operations, income from non-operations. What I'm trying to show is it is possible to prepare a proper financial statements when we posted the each and every transaction without missing anything on timely basis, right? So this is one of the detailed balance sheet. Detailed balance sheet. So like this, we can prepare the financial statements and we can see in different the same balance sheet, we can see in different formats. So this is the responsibility of the management to prepare these financial statements. So the very important thing is how to record each and every information. In recording and maintaining or storing this information, FI is the one of the tool in the SAP which is helping the management. This FI module and CO module both are tightly integrated, but both are two independent modules. Two independent modules. In the finance, we can bifurcate the few important points as sub modules in the FI. Like FIGL means general ledger accounting, FIAP accounts payable, AR means account receivable, fixed assets, bank accounting, and profit center accounting, segmental reporting. Controlling, we can bifurcate this into as general control means cost element accounting, cost center accounting, overhead accounting, and product costing, and material ledger and margin analysis. These are the different parts are there in the controlling module. So we little bit elaborate for each and everything. This is, I cannot explain right now what is this basic configuration. Even though I have explained, it is not possible to you understand as of now. I'll start with this one, general ledger. As a part of FI, you are going to learn FI. Why? As a part of FI, you are going to learn general ledger accounting. Why we need to learn this? What is our primary target? Prepare the correct and accurate financial statements. To prepare like that, we need to post each and every transaction on timely basis. In posting the financial information to the books of accounts, all these modules will help. All these submodules in the FI will help. So, what do you mean by general ledger accounting? What do you mean by general ledger accounting? In the FI, you know that financial statements consist of mainly balance sheet and profit and loss account. Am I right?
Yes,
Balance
sir.
sheet and profit and loss account. And based on the level of the company, other statements will also be included as a financial statements. Say cash flow statements, fund flow statements, and other what are statements which required by the legal authorities. Those statements will forming part of the financial statements, but mainly the financial statements includes profit and loss account and balance sheet. Balance sheet is nothing but it gives the complete information about assets and liabilities. Profit and loss account, there we can see the all the expenses and all the incomes. And as a result of that, either we can see profit or a loss that we can find it out from the profit and loss account. And the cash flow statements. It's not applicable to all companies. There are level 1, level 2, level 3 companies are there. It is applicable for the one level of company or level of organizations. Again, in the cash flow statements, there are 3 parts are there. You don't need to learn all these things, okay? Just for information. Cash flows from the operational activities, cash flows from the investment activities, cash flows from the financial activities. And notes to accounts. One of the statement in the financial statement is notes to accounts. What is this? Say, for example, in the balance sheet, assets and liabilities are there. In the assets, assume we have buildings and buildings, machineries, vehicles. On these assets, on these assets, on these assets, on these assets, we have charged the depreciation. It's an assumption. It's completely as an assumption. The assets which are there in the balance sheet, say buildings, machinery, and vehicles. On this, I have charged depreciation 2,50,000. This 2,50,000, I send it to the P&L account. As a reader of the financial statements, as a reader of the financial, it means who is reading the financial statements. If he see the profit and loss account, there you can see 2,50,000 as a depreciation. Can I say on the buildings, my actual depreciation is 1 lakh, machinery 80,000, vehicle 70,000. In the P&L account, it is not possible for us to give what is the depreciation we have charged on each and every asset. If we given like this on each and every asset, what is the depreciation? The P&L account will be looks like it's 100 pages. It's not possible. It is not possible. So what we mentioned what is the sum of the total depreciation that we mentioned in the P&L account. Example I'm telling, okay? So the person who is reading the financial statements, if he wants to see what is the bifurcation of this 2,50,000, where he can find that information?
In notes to accounts.
He can find that information in notes to accounts. It is one of the example I given as a depreciation. Not only that, every information which is supporting either any item in the balance sheet or profit and loss account, For supporting information to the each item in the P&L account and balance sheet, we cannot give in the main statements. So that elaborate information we can mention in the notes to accounts. And other example, say, assuming that my company is engaged in the manufacturing activities, it is manufacturing the cars. It is manufacturing cars. I have sold my car to one of my customer. After 2-3 days, he met with an accident, and the customer has filed a suit on against my company in the court. He challenged my company in the court of law, and he's telling that there is a defect manufacturing in the car. Because of the defect, the brakes has been failed. Because of that, I met with an accident. So I need compensation from the company. Is filed a case like that in the court. So my legal department in the company, they have to defend, right? They are saying that the car is in very good condition. We have sold this car after we completing the all tests. It has passed all the tests, and this is the procedure for testing each and every vehicle. And this accident has taken because he was drunk at that time, or he was going the over and above the minimum speed that has to go on the road. Because of his negligence only, is met with an accident. There is nothing with my company that we need to do anything with this accident. So the customer side is arguing, from our side, our legal team is arguing. And we are at the 31st March 2024. The case is still in the court. The case is still in the court. If the case is declared in favor of the customer, we have to pay compensation 10 crores. We have to pay, assuming that, we have to pay compensation 10 crores to the customer. If case is delivered in favor of us, then we don't need to do anything. So, do you have any idea that whether you will win the case or will you lose the case? It is not possible, right? We cannot say that. There is a probability to win, probability to lose the case. So, this type of information, the management will mention as a notes to accounts that these are the cases which are there in the court of law. There is a probability that to win this course 60%. There is a probability of 40% to lose the case. So if we lost the case, we have to pay 10 crores compensation. This 10 crores compensation is going to impact what is the profit or loss which is derived from the profit and loss account. So assuming that here there is a 50 crores profit in the P&L account. So if the case is not favorable to us, then this profit may reduce to 40 crores. Where that information will be mentioned? In the notes to accounts, they will mention. So, right? So here, the point is, what I'm trying to explain, you have to prepare the financial statements. You means user, not you. Okay? Balance sheet and profit and loss account. Additional information which is supporting to balance sheet and profit and loss account, we mentioned in the notes to accounts. So the point is not this one. The point is how we can prepare the balance sheet and P&L account. What is the base for it? What is the base for the balance sheet and the profit and loss account? You know, if you have this structure of the financial books of accounts, The base for the financial statements, to prepare the financial statements, is trial balance. Right? Trial balance. In the trial balance, we contain all the information like closing balances of all the GL accounts. Closing balances of all GL accounts we send to trial balance. What is the closing balance? Say, this year, I have paid salaries, April month, 5 lakhs, May month, 6 lakhs. Like that, every month you will post the salary expenditure, rent expenditure, other expenditures, right? So what is the total sum of that balances of every month? Closing balance. That balance will update to the trial balance. So since all the information is there in the trial balance, from the trial balance, we take that information, we prepare the balance sheet and P&L account. The point here, how you are getting closing balance in the GL account. That is a point. How you are getting closing balance in the GL account. Then what is GL account is first. Closing balance means, where we can get this closing balance GL account means, we have to post each and every transaction to the respective GL. Once we posted all the information to the respect to GL, then we can find the closing balance. It's not a big task. Then what is GL? What is GL? You know that very well. I don't need to elaborate what is GL. GL is nothing but, say, you can, in layman term, we can assume that it is a book. It is a book. There, we maintain one book for salaries, we maintain one book for rent, inventory, admin expenditure, depreciation, assets. If you assuming that, if GL is one book, so we prepare different books to record the information for the different business transactions. So I want to record all the information related to salary in one record. I want to record all the information related to rent in one record. I want to maintain, or I want to post all the information related to inventory in one record. That record, we call it as a GL account. Right? So once we have created the GL account, we can post these business transactions to the GL account. Once we posted all the information to the GL accounts, then we are able to prepare the trial balance. If we are able to prepare the trial balance, we can prepare the financial statements. So what is the base to prepare this financial information? General ledger accounting. I hope you got it, why we have to learn this GL account. Right? I'll show you something, but you cannot understand everything because you don't know all these things. Just you see the output, that's it. So during the year, in the salary GL account, in the salary, I have posted almost 24,16,282 rupees. Where? In the salary. This information we can see in the trial balance. The same information we can see in the P&L account. Like that, we need to prepare a GL account. we need to prepare a GL account for each respective business transaction. There we need to post all business transactions. So it is the base for all financial statements. During this part of the general ledger accounting, we are going to learn different parts of it. Next, accounts payable. What do you mean by accounts payable? We call this accounts payable as, simply we call it as AP. Accounts payable. What is this? This is one of the submodule of the FI. What? This is one of the submodule of the FI. It is a part of FI. Which is, what is the purpose of this module? This is useful to record, monitor, analyze. To record, monitor and analyze and reporting the information relating to vendor. Simply we can say that we have to record vendor information, we have to monitor that information, we have to analyze that information and report that information related to what? Vendor. To record, monitor and analyze and reporting the information relating to each and every vendor is possible through the accounts payable module. Then what is the question? Who is the vendor? Then who is the vendor? Who is the vendor? Vendor means, is it recording?
Yes, recording.
Okay. So who is the vendor? Vendor means a person or an organization from whom we purchase the material or we procure the services, from whom we purchase the material, either raw material, and or from whom we take the services. That person we call it as vendor. So since we purchase the material or taken the services, we have to record this information. Where we can do that? We can handle all the information related to the vendor through accounts payable submodule. To do like that, first we need to create a master record. So first I'll tell you that what is master record and what is a transactional data. In SAP, we use regularly these two things as a user level. One is master record and one is transactional record. So master record means a record. It can be a vendor master record or customer master record or asset master record. We create that record only once in the lifetime of the SAP. In the lifetime of the SAP, we create only once the master record. And we use that master record every time whenever we want to post the transactions. Say for example, you record in your mobile, you keep save the contacts of your friends, your relatives, your colleagues and everything, right? Why you are creating that phone number in your phone contacts list? Only once you are saving that number in your mobile. It is a master record and you are using that contact number to do the phone call. You are using that same number for chatting in the WhatsApp. You are using the same number to send amount through PhonePe or Google Pay or whatever it is. So only one time you recorded that number and using for different purposes every time whenever you want. So how you are saving that contact in your mobile, that is a master record. Like that, whenever we have the new customers and new vendors, we will create one record, we call it as a master record. So what are the transactions that has taken place against that vendor or that customer or that GL account or that against that asset? We will record in that master record every time. We record the transactional data in that master record. What do you mean by transactional data? Transactional data, we can say like this. We'll purchase the raw material from the vendor. It is one of the transaction. We take the services from the vendor. It is one of the transaction. And since we taken this, we need to make the payment to the vendor. It is one type of transaction. Sometimes vendor may ask us to pay advance before delivery of goods or provide the services. Sometimes we may provide or we may give early payments to the vendor. That time, vendor may give us discount. And sometimes we make payments to the vendor little bit late than the terms of agreement. So that time we have to pay in addition to the normal amount, interest we have to pay for the as a penalty for the late payment. So these are the some of the examples that the business transactions may take place with the vendor. So these transactions are called as the transactional data against the vendor. So where we have to record? We have to record against specific master, vendor master. So where we can handle all these things? We can handle all these things through the accounts payable module. In the same way, as a part of FI, we are going to learn AR. AR means accounts receivable. What do you mean by accounts receivable? How this submodule of the FI will helpful? This is one of the submodule of the FI which is useful to record, monitor and analyze and reporting the information relating to the customer. Then who is the customer? Customer is nothing but a person to whom we sell the goods or provide the services. Or the person from us takes the goods or services. Is called as a customer, right? So we need to handle all the transactions which are taken place against to that customer by creating the master record, customer master record, and by posting the customer transactional data. What are the transactional data that we may enter with our customers? We sell the goods to the customer. We sell the services to the customer. We receive the payment from the customer against sales of goods or services. Sometimes, before providing the service or before delivering the goods, we may ask him to pay advance. Sometimes we may give discounts to our customers. Sometimes when our customer is unable to make the payment within the due time, then we may charge the interest. Right? And if the customer is unable to make the payment within the time, then we issue them some reminder notices. That is called dunning. So all these things can be handled through the accounts receivable module. Then another part of asset accounting. Another part of FI is means another submodule of the FI is asset accounting. What do you mean by asset accounting? This is it is one of the submodule of the FI. Same story. Here the same story. Here the same story. I'm repeating the same story here. Which is useful useful to record, monitor, and analyze and reporting the information related to fixed assets. Fixed assets, not all assets. Assets are two types generally: current assets and fixed assets. This submodule is not dealing with the current assets. It is dealing with only fixed assets. What do you mean by fixed assets? Example, fixed assets. We can bifurcate like this. Under fixed assets, tangible assets, intangible assets. What is tangible and what is intangible? Tangible means those assets we can see those assets with our own eyes. We can touch those assets and we can feel it. Those assets are called as tangible assets. Example, you are sitting in one room, right? That is a building. Can you see that building? Yes, you can see that. Can you touch that building? Yes, you can touch it. You can see your bike, you can touch it. You can see your car and you can touch it. It means what? Tangible. We can see it and we can touch it and we can feel it. Those assets are called as tangible assets. Intangible assets means assets. Intangible assets means an asset. We cannot see that. We cannot see that. But it is an asset. Absolutely, it is an asset. Actually, what do you mean by asset? What do you mean by asset? Can anyone give the definition of it? Asset means is a resource. Asset means is a resource through which we can generate revenue. Asset, simply we can say that asset is a resource through which we can generate the revenue. Say for example, you have the building, it is an asset. If you give that building for rent, you will get the rental income. You have a vehicle. If you given that vehicle for rental, you will get the rental income. You have a mission. That mission is producing one material. You can sell that material. So that mission is generating the revenue. Like that, whether tangible or intangible, it is capable of generating the revenue. Capable of generating the revenue. Guys, I'm getting messages like this. Those who are joining this name, it's not good to join like this. You use your name. The management is asking us. Please understand.
Yeah, today will change. Okay.
Right. Okay. So intangible asset means asset which is also capable to generate the revenue even though there is no physical existence for that asset. Say for example, take an example. There is a mobile. Take Samsung and take iPhone. Samsung and iPhone, whatever it is. It is having, assuming that 200 GB RAM, storage space, what GB storage, and it is also same like that. And it is 16 GB RAM and camera, say for example, 100 megapixel and other features. So in this mobile, features whatever are there in the Samsung, the same features are there in the iPhone as well. Take an assumption, okay? The price of this mobile is 20,000. The price of this mobile is 1,50,000. So why you are paying almost 1,30,000 rupees extra for the same features? because it's brand. Can you see the brand with your eyes? You cannot see. Nowhere you can see the brand. But still you are paying for that 1,30,000 rupees extra. You are paying 1,30,000 rupees extra for the brand, even though the brand is not able to see it with our eyes. We cannot touch it. We cannot feel it. Right? So intangible assets means are assets. Even though we are not able to see that, but which are capable of generating the revenue. Which are capable of generating the revenue. I have given some examples of tangible assets and intangible assets. So as a part of this asset accounting, we maintain the master record for the asset. Means we created the one master record for the asset, and against that asset, there are many transactions may taken place. What are those? And we record transactional data against that asset. What are the chances are there? What are the different types of transactional data for this asset? So we purchased the asset, we had to record it. We calculated the depreciation, record it. Again, against the depreciation, there are different methods are there. Straight line method, return on value method, declining method, maximum method. There are different methods are there. Whatever it is, we are charging the depreciation against the asset. Sometimes, if we feel that this asset is not working properly, we may sell that asset. Sometimes you may sell only part of the asset and we keep remaining part of the asset. Sometimes you may sell the asset to the customer on credit basis, or sometimes you may sell the asset on cash basis. Asset is not useful, not working properly, and you want to sell it, but no one is buying that asset. No willing customer is readily available to buy that asset. Then what we can do? Scrapping the asset. And another example, I have a building. On that building, every year I'm charging 10% depreciation as per the straight line method. Okay. Here, so every year 10% is charging. Suddenly, there is a fire accident in the factory premises. Okay. So majority of that asset has got damaged. Is it correct to charge the depreciation on the asset 10%? No, not correct. What happened? The asset get depreciated over and above what we have planned. What we planned every year, it's get reduced by 10% due to some circumstances, that fire accident or floods, whatever it is, reason whatever it is, the asset got depreciated or damaged more than over and above what we have planned. Those are called as unplanned depreciation. We have not planned for it. Do you plan for earthquakes? Do you plan for floods? Do you plan for fire accidents? No, right? Whenever they have taken place, we have to charge over and above the normal depreciation. Those are called as unplanned depreciation. We are sometimes we don't purchase the asset from outside. Instead, we construct or we manufacture our own asset. Those are called as asset and constructions. Those are called as asset and construction. So what I'm trying to tell you here, there are different nature of transactions which may taken place against each and every asset. To handle all these transactions which are taken place on asset, we can handle through asset accounting. It is one of the submodule in the FI. Got it? Right. Then house bank. If you remove the house, the remaining one is what? Bank. As a part of this, we are going to learn concept of house bank. It is a part of FI. What is this? What is house bank accounting? You know that in every business organization, all payments, all receipts will be routed through the bank only. Bank is an external party. It is not a part of our organization. So our transactions are taken place in the third party environment, or our business transactions are routed through the third party environment. So bank is ours? No, it's completely an independent organization. But what happened? Our receipts, our payments to the vendors, the receipts from the customer are routed through the banks. How to handle these business transactions routed through the banks? So we can handle these transactions through house bank concept. Every organization may have a number of business transactions. How to record those transactions which are taken routed through bank? So these are things we are going to learn in house bank. Cash journal. What do you mean by cash journal? If you remove the cash journal, remaining only cash. If you just remove this, what is there? Cash. We call it in SAP cash journal. It is cash accounting. Every organization, it is not for every organization, it is not possible to handle all transactions through bank. Not possible. Not possible. Here, don't bring the concept of phone pay or Google Pay. Say, for example, you need for printing in your office, you need 10 bundles of white papers. You go to the stationery. Will you go check to them? Not possible. How you need to buy? You have to go cash only. If you say that I will pay through phone pay, as an individual, you may have the phone pay account. As a company, who will handle the phone pay? CEO or cashier, who will handle? Can anyone give authorization to handle the transaction through the phone pay in the organization? Not possible. Right? So, say for example, there are few guests that came to your office. You need to order them food or snacks or cold drinks, whatever it is. Will you give check to the hotels? Not possible. Right? So few transactions, even though how big is the organization, few transactions you need to handle through the cash only. To handle these cash related transactions, we have to learn cash journal. Here, I am just giving brief about each and every concept that is there in the FI. I am not explaining in detail. It's just a brief. Right? Then, bank reconciliation. It's one of the greatest part in the FI. Important part. Okay. You know that reconciliation, what do you mean by reconciling? Reconciling is nothing but, or reconciliation is nothing but, we are tallying two things. The two things can be two books or anything. We are matching two books, or we are trying to identify difference between two sets of informations. Say for example, you have account in the bank, SBI. You know that you have the balance of 1 lakh. And in the passbook, there is a 1 lakh balance. Right? You have received balance from your customer, that is net transfer 20,000. In your passbook, it is showing 1 lakh plus 20,000, 1 lakh 20,000 balance. But in your book, in your system, in your accounting books, still it is showing only 1 lakh. There is a difference. Why this is a difference? Where is the information? Is mismatching between these two? We need to reconcile that. Take another example. There is an opening balance of 1 lakh. You given check 20,000 to your vendor. Then you feel that your balance of 1 lakh is reduced by 20,000. Your net balance is 80,000. 80,000. But do you think that the balance will immediately reduce from your bank account? No guarantee. What is the guarantee? That the vendor is presented the check in the bank. There is no guarantee, right? He presented after 1 week. But you reduce the 20,000 right now, your balance is showing as 80,000 in your books, but in this bank statement, it is showing as 1 lakh. The check has to be presented, it has to be cleared, then only the balance will be reduced from your bank account. So there are some mismatches between our book and the bank book. Bank book means bank passbook. So how to handle this, how to reconcile this? To handle this, we have two different types of reconciliations. One is MBRS, manual bank reconciliation. Second one is electronic bank reconciliation. This electronic bank reconciliation is got more prominence than MBRS. Then, as a part of FI, we are going to learn BRS. You guys, you don't forget the main theme. What is that? What is that? Our primary object is prepare the correct and financial statements. Purpose is this. When it is possible, all information is properly recorded on timely basis. Then only we can prepare accurate financial statements. In doing so, the FI module is helping the business organization. How it is helping? Through all these concepts. This GL, AP, AR, asset accounting, bank accounting, cash accounting. Through all these means, the FI module helping the business organization to prepare accurate and correct financial statements. If you are good in it, then preparation of proper financial statement is not a big task. The system itself generates. Right? So, as a part of this FI, we are going to learn foreign currency revaluation. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? Take an example. I have purchased a material from US vendor. Invoice value is 10,000. Invoice value is 10,000. Okay, invoice value is 10,000. We have purchased on 1/1/2024. If I convert that $10,000 into Indian currencies, so assuming that $1 equal to 100 rupees, so what is the liability in terms of Indian rupees that I need to pay the US vendor? So 10 lakhs I need to pay, right? So if I pay immediately on 1st January 2024, I need to pay 10 lakhs. But when I am paying, I am going to pay on 28th February 2024. On that date, $1 has become 105 rupees. $1 has become 105 rupees. So, what is the liability that I need to pay? So, $10,000 into 105 rupees for each dollar equal to I need to pay 1,05,000 rupees I need to pay. Actually, my liability is booked at 10 lakhs. But how much I'm paying? 10 lakhs, 5,000 I'm paying. 5,000 is paying because of there is a difference in the exchange rate. Right? Exchange rate. This is turned into exchange loss. Where we need to report it? In the P&L account. Or take another example. If when the time when I'm paying this, the dollar value has become $1 equal to 95 rupees. So that time how much I need to pay? 9,95,000 rupees I need to pay. 9,95,000 rupees I need to pay. So 5,000 is what? Exchange gain. So how you can record these foreign exchange related transactions into your books of accounts? how you can calculate these differences either in terms of loss or in terms of a profit. So these things we can handle through the concept called of foreign currency revaluation. If you maintain all these things properly, then proper information recorded in the books of accounts. If proper information recorded, our financial statements, the information given in the financial statements are accurate. Integrations. As a part of this, you are going to integrate FI and FI and SD. So we have discussed here, right? We discussed here, right? Different modules. Here, one module is linked with another module. That creation of a link or creation of a bridge between two modules, we call it as an integration. Why we are doing like that? The very basic information. What is that? We have discussed yesterday, ERP. What is this ERP? So, it is a centralized database. One department, it should know that what is happening in the another department. When it is possible, all these are brought into one single platform, or all these are integrated to each other, then only we can get the proper information. In order to get that information like that, we need to integrate different modules. It is one of the big concept. It is not possible to explain more than this right now. You need to just remember that we are creating a interconnection, or we are creating a bridge between two independent modules in order to free flow of the information. You just remember like that. It is 10 days concept. It is a 10 days concept we are going to learn in the future. Then another, withholding taxes. What do you mean by withholding taxes? We can say this as simply TDS, tax deducted at source. As per the income tax laws, whenever we make the certain payments, certain means list has given. Okay. Take an example, we are making the payment to the vendor. The act is telling that you have purchased material from vendor worth of 1 lakh. The act is telling that in the future you are going to pay 1 lakh to this Mr. X because you purchased from Mr. X. Act is telling that don't make 1 lakh to him complete amount. Don't make full payment. Don't make full payment. Then what you need to do? You pay only 98,000. Why 98? There is no specific rule here. Just a given 98. That's it. You may mention any amount, but it's not a full amount. You pay only 98,000. Remaining 2,000 you pay to me. Who is telling like that? Income tax department is telling like that. Even though you have paid 1 lakh to the Mr. X, again he has to pay 2,000 rupees to me as a tax. So anyway he is going to pay, but instead of taking money from him, you deduct 2,000 and you paid 98,000 rupees to the Mr. X, and 2,000 you pay to me as a tax. And what is the reason behind that? X is anyway going to pay, but there are different reasons. If you pay the 1 lakh to the Mr. X, if he spent 1 lakh rupees, is he having 2,000 rupees in his pocket to make the payment as a tax? And is there any guarantee that Mr. X will make the payment 2,000 as a tax? If he is not paid, how I need to trace it him? How I need to trace him? Is it possible? Not possible. I have no guarantee that whether he will pay or whether he will traceable or not. So I am putting one legal requirement on you that whenever you make the payment to the vendor, you don't make the payment full amount. You deduct some part as a tax. What amount you need to deduct? There are certain rules are there. As per that rules, you need to deduct some amount as TDS. Rest of the amount you pay to the vendor, and the amount what have you deducted as a TDS, you pay to me within the some time. So this is how to record this TDS related information in the SAP. This is possible through, we have a concept called withholding tax. Withholding tax. We are going to learn here. Goods and service tax. Goods and service tax. What is this? You know that GST is nothing but it is a tax which is taken place on every transaction of sales and purchases, right? If it is a purchase, whenever you are purchasing the goods from the vendor, you will pay over and above the value of the product or services, the over and above whatever component is there, that is a tax. You are paying the tax in addition to the normal value of the product, or at the time of sale. At the time of sale, you are collecting the money from the customer, which is more than the value of the product. Say, for example, you are selling the product at 1 lakh. You are collecting only 1 lakh? No. You are collecting 1 lakh in 1 lakh plus GST. The GST can be 5%, 10%, 18%, whatever it is the rate. But you are collecting tax while you are selling. While purchasing, you are paying tax. So you are, as a business, it enters thousands, lakhs of transactions in a year in terms of purchase or in terms of sale. So every transaction which is related to purchase or every transaction which is related to sale, they need to compute the tax, calculate the tax, and they have to post that tax concept separately. How you can handle this? How you can handle? Through GST, that is goods and service tax concept. And other concepts are there. These are not possible to explain right now, not at all possible. Even the explain, you will be bounced. So when time comes, I will explain this. So what I'm trying to tell you for last 45 minutes, I'm trying to tell you the organization main responsibility is to prepare correct and accurate financial statements. When it is possible, when all transactions are properly recorded in the books of account, then only it is possible. So to record all the transactions to the books of accounts, FI is one of the module. FI is one of the module. FI is one of the module which helping the business organization to record all the information or to store all the complete version of financial transactions. In order to do like that, how FI can help through all these concepts? Through all these concepts, FI can help to prepare, to post or to record all business transactions to books of accounts. Till here, if you have any doubt, I have not given complete explanation about each and everything. When we see individual concepts, then I'm going to explain. In detail, we can go into see. In detail.
Hello, sir. Here I have some doubts.
Yeah, what's your doubt, ma'am?
What's the difference between like house bank and BRS? The both are receipts and payments, right?
Actually, house bank is a concept. As a part of bank accounting, we do the reconciliation. So all the transactions which are routing through the bank, we have to record to the bank accounts. That is by using the house bank concept. After recorded the information to the bank accounts or bank GLs in your system, you are finding a difference between bank passbook and your books. That difference between your books and bank book, you need to reconcile. That reconcile, we call it as a BRS. So ultimately, to post the banking related transaction, we use only house banks only. We make the payment, we receive the amount through house bank only. But whenever there is a difference, we use the concept reconciliation. We have to reconcile both the balances where the exactly difference has taken place. Why both balances are not matching? That identifying and reconciling the concept is called as a BRS. You got it, madam? Still?
One more thing, asset accounting is related to fixed assets. Then current assets also, do we have any module?
No. Current assets. Say, for example, can you list out few current assets? Just for, I'm asking just a question. Can you give the few things which forming part of current assets?
Account receivables, sir,
Account receivable, then
and stock.
then bank. Your bank balance is a current asset. Inventory
Yes,
is
sir.
a current
Yes.
asset. Your customer is a current asset, right? So
Yes.
where we are taking care of customer related things,
Accounts receivable we are taking care.
account receivable. About cash accounting. About bank accounting.
Bank
So
account,
these
okay.
independent, these current asset related things we are handling separately through different concepts in the app. Got it, madam? Like that, you may have the current liabilities. We are using accounts payable related to the vendors.
Yes.
So as a part of our teaching, I'm going to provide you these materials, guys. One is BPD. BPD means business process documents. Business.
Sir, one more thing, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Anyhow, you have told yesterday SAP is centralized.
Okay.
Then do we need everything will be transparent, right? Then there is an integration also here.
Yeah, madam.
Is
If I need to explain that integration part means, say for example, I'll give you one example. There is a store. Okay. There is a store. The store's person received a material from vendor. Value of the stock is value of the stock is 10 lakhs. Here, what is the responsibility of responsibility of stores person and accounts person? If you are a stores head, what you will do? If you are an accounts person, what you will do? If you are a stores person, you need to record that you have received the material from the vendor. Say for example, 10 tons of steel. You received 10 tons of steel. So you have been placed in the stores to record what is the stock we have received, to record what is the stock we have issued for the consumption. As a stores person, you don't need to worry about anything in terms of finance. Okay. Just today I received 10 tons. Tomorrow I issued 5 tons for consumption. That is your work is over. But as an accounts person, you nowhere worry about we can say like this. Your worry is only about you need to increase the inventory value. That is a financial transaction. You need to record stock value. Why? Stock value is presented in the financial statements. You need to record it. Is the stores person doing that? Value is not recording. He is recording what is stock received, what is stock issued. But as an accounts person, you always need to worry about what is the value of stock that we have received. And you need to worry about, you need to record vendor liability. So stores person, no need of from whom it is received the material. Stores person doesn't matter for that. He required, he need only whether I have the material in godown or not there the material. He looks at only those things, whether material is there or not there. How much material received, how much issued. It is just a record. But as account person, you always think in terms of finance. But this guy will not worry about it. Here, you need to know about where the stock is received in the stores. Where is the accounts department? Head office. Your store is there, assuming that it is there Hyderabad industrial area. It is there in the Patancheru, one of the industrial area. Where is your office? Your office is there in the Madhapur in the Hyderabad. So, as an accounts person, how do you know that the stock has come to the Patancheru plant? You don't know. You don't know that. So what he has to record the store information, and after recording that information, he has to send a mail to the accounts person that we have received the stock and these are the invoices we have received from the vendor. So as an accounts person, you need to record these two things. Now, what happened here? So the same information is recorded by the stores person. The same information is recorded by the accounts person. Stock received. Both persons are recording in two different segments. So what is because of this? It needs more human capital. Second one, it's a time-consuming process. Why? Because the person is recorded stores. Stock recorded here. Here you not recorded the value. Then in the stores it is showing the more stock. In the accounts, less stock. Here stock received. You have not recorded vendor liability, but vendor is asking payment. You not at all recorded. Why recorded? This guy may forgot to send the information to you. Now what you understand? Because one information is recorded by two persons in different times. Because of that, there is a duplication of data or forgetting the data. And there is a time consuming. But because of integration, this is your question. Why there is integration? Because of integration, when the stores person is recording the information related to stock received, he will record only that I have received. I think you don't record like that, just for your understanding, I am telling that. I
Yes, sir, I got.
received 10 tons steel. Don't mind about spellings, okay? 10 tons of steel. He will record only one thing, that he received 10 tons. But this stores person doesn't know that what is happening in the back end. When he recorded that I received 10 tons, in the back end, it is posting an accounting entry. What is the accounting entry? Stock debited. Here, those who knows the SAP, please don't answer. I'm changing the entry and don't question me in that. In the back end, it is posting entry like vendor credit. Actually, who has to post this entry? Accounts person has to post. But when it is posted when stores person recorded that he has received 10 tons of steel. In the back end, this entry is posted automatically. So what happened? There is no mismatch of information. And in the accounts person can see what is the stock value, what is the vendor value. And in the stores, we can see that what is stock is available. All this happened because of integration. You got it, madam?
Yes, sir, I got it. Thank you.
Okay. I hope you got it, everyone. So this entry, little bit wrong. Those who already knows, forget about it. I will change this entry when time comes. Now, guys, I have a instruction from the management that. So today, just wait for 10 minutes. Huh? in my teaching procedure, I am providing BPD as a notes. BPD means business processing documents. So it is a blueprint. It is a blueprint of the each business transaction. Vendor related transaction, how we are going to handle, we have to prepare a document in the real time. Like that, AP, for each and every business transaction, we have to prepare these blueprints. We also call it as a business process documents. So I will provide these notes and key data structure. Key data structure means what we have to do in the SAP. Like notes will be like this. This key data structure. Key data structure. So it is a completely a codification. What we need to do. What we need to do in the SAP to set up a FI. So this KDS document, I'm going to provide you. This KDS document will help you to know that what we need to do. What we need to do. The next one, I'm going to provide a class notes. So here it tells you that what you need to prepare, and here this notes will tell you that how to do that. So, for example, I have to go Mumbai. This is task I have to go. But where, how, I have to go Mumbai, but how to go? Process is what? That is mentioned in the notes. Our notes will be like this. Each and every concept, I'm going to provide a notes like this. Say, for example, so what to do is there in the KDS. How to do it is there. How to do it is there. In your regular notes. These notes I will provide you as a practice material. In addition to that, it is very clearly given this note, very clearly, very systematically prepared. By seeing these notes itself, you can resolve many of your doubts. Many of my students, by keeping these notes as a base, they have done the implementations as well. Yes. So as a part of this course, I'm going to provide you interview questions, and I will conduct you mock interviews. It's completely depend upon your interest. Whether you are, it's not mandatory to attend the interview. Mock interviews. If you are willing, definitely I'm the person who take the mock interviews. N number of interviews based on your interest. So these are the notes I'm going to provide you. And I received the few instructions from the management. Demo 1, demo 2 is completed. As per the management instructions, tomorrow you will get the class link only those who subscribed for this course. Those who subscribe for the course. So those who have subscribed means you have to subscribe the course. How to subscribe? I will let you know that. And once you pay the fee, then you will get the class link. Otherwise, the class link will not be given to you. If anything you want to speak, you can call to the management and you can talk to them. So as instructions given to me, I have to show you how to subscribe the course. Say for example, can anyone
Excuse me, sorry for the disturbance. I
Yes.
have one question.
Yes, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
What you explain, what you shown in the previous, you have given screenshots, right? In
Yes.
notes. What you explain in the classroom, you will give that screenshot, or already you prepared screenshot will you give?
So I will explain as per the notes.
Oh, okay.
I prepared this notes systematically. If I start, I have spent a lot of time, put lot of efforts to prepare these notes. So if I again take the screenshots again, I can do that, but course time will be increased 2 more months. So
Yeah.
I have very systematically planned that I will teach as per the notes, and whenever changes are required, I'll update in the notes itself. Okay.
Okay.
So this notes is very, 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 very useful to you guys. You will realize once you taken these notes. So 1 second, you need to subscribe for the course. So how to subscribe? 1 second. This is the link. So log in here. Anyone, actually I have already subscribed. Any one of you will give your credentials. I will do that. Venkat Reddy, are you there?
Shiva, yes,
Yeah.
Shiva.
Can you send me your user ID and password to my WhatsApp?
User ID means mail or
Yeah,
mobile?
just how you log in this? How you log in this course? You registered, right?
Not.
You registered to this course or not?
No, not it.
Not registered. Any one of you will you give me your credentials? So definitely I will show you how to subscribe for this course. Otherwise, because I have already done actually. So
I'm
you have to go to
sharing my
the
details.
yes.
Hmm.
Who is this?
Navin.
Yeah, Navin, please ping me in WhatsApp your ID and password. I'll show you that. So those who subscribed and those who paid the fee, those only will get this tomorrow class link, guys. Anything you speak with the management, I'll give the contact number of the management. So log in. Okay.
It's 4-3.
Is it correct,
Navin
right?
Erukala 4-3. After Eruk
Yeah, 43, right?
ARUKALA.
N-A Navin, A-R-K-U-L-K-A, right?
KALA. Remove you and place.
What happened?
Acha. Erukala.
Yeah. Once you log in here, everyone you have credentials, right? Once you log in here, all courses. In the down, you will get the here SAP FICO by Sivakrishna. This is the one you have to buy it. So it is a free demo. This is also by Sivakrishna. It is a paid course. So you have to add this to cart. You have to add this to cart. So once it is added to the cart, you will see the here cart. So here you can view the cart, whatever it is there. Then you need to click on checkout. You need to click on checkout. So here we are not updated. This management has not updated PayPal. You have to click on cash on delivery. So here are the terms and conditions. You can check here. So proceed to payment. So invoice is generated, right? This is an invoice generated. So you have to pay amount through the bank account, which the management will provide, or the PhonePe or Google Pay number they will provide. So once it is subscribed and you have paid, here the information will go to the management. Management will give you access. Management will give you access. So you may not get the access right now immediately because the management is not you'll see this transaction. So once you get the access, they will provide the access when you confirm the payment. So after that, once they given, here you can see that my course. If you click on my courses from your profile, if you click on my course from your profile, you will see what are the courses you have purchased here. If you click here, if you click here, the terms and conditions they have mentioned over here. Here it is the place in your profile. Every day, the class, whatever we have taken every day, the recording will be added in your profile. You no need to go for the recordings once again to any place. Once you log on in your profile only, you can see all recordings and notes here. So those who are not understand the class very well in the class time, they can come and watch it here again the same class. Okay, here yesterday this is a demo, it is there here. Today demo, it will be added here. So whenever you want, you can come and watch here. Notes also will be there here. But anyway, notes I will share you separately to your mail IDs, because from here it's not possible to download. So you have to subscribe, you have to confirm the payment, then they will give you access. In your course, you can see all recordings. From here, you can watch. They will give you streaming time 150 hours. 150 hours. Class is 150 hours almost, or 180 hours, whatever it is. So the same time will be provided. As long as you watch the course again and again, the time will be lapsed. The time will be lapsed. During the time which is available to you, you can watch it again. Again, if you want to renew it, management has a separate procedure. You have to follow their instructions if you want to renew it. But my idea is, first 1 month only, you will depend on recordings because it is new to you. Once the course is progressing, you will never depend on recordings, because attending 2-hour session is very difficult. And again, you are spending 2 hours time after the class. It's very difficult for you. I know that very well. It's not possible to attend listen all recording classes. So initially it required, because you may confuse, you may have little bit doubts. So this is the procedure, how to subscribe, how to make the payment. So anything you want to talk, you can talk with the management. This is the management contact number. I will give you that. 1 second. Prudvi sir, his name is Prudvi. Eight six 4075. 86862 4075. His name is Prudvi. So before call to him, you just ping him in the WhatsApp. You take this phone number, you talk to him about anything, the course access and everything, he will provide you. Okay, this is from my side. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Please record this. Please take this number, screenshot anything. So from tomorrow onwards, those who are paid the payment, or you discuss with the management, those guys only will get the link. Yeah. If you have any queries from your side or any concerns, you can ask me, guys. From tomorrow onwards, you are slowly entering into the SAP.
Sir, if paid, tomorrow will be the same timing, 6:30.
Every day the classes are 6:30 to 8 o'clock, and of Monday to Saturday.
Okay.
And every day the link will be pasted. The where you how you are joining it today and yesterday, the same place, the link will be pasted by me every day. You can come there and you can click on the link to join the class. Yes, guys. This is the time to you can ask if you want to ask anything. If you have any doubts related to course, you can ask me. If you have no doubt, guys, thank you. But I can give you one guarantee that. What is that? I will give you very quality of training. There is no doubt in that. The very important thing from your side is required is your contribution. Regularity to the class is very important. You should not miss the class. Second one, you have to practice on daily basis, at least 2 hours a day. And one more important thing is cumulative practice is required. Cumulative practice means today you join the class, you practice today something, and tomorrow, today's class and tomorrow class, you need to practice it. And the management is providing the server as well. They are charging for 6 months 3,000 rupees. So you can contact the management to take the server access. They will provide you server access. It is 3,000 rupees for 6 months period. Okay. So you attended the class, not practice, or you missed the class, then no one can help you. If you miss the class, at least you have option to back up. You can watch your videos. But practice when you will do. That is very, very important. It is such a course that if you practice, then only you will learn it. Here, there is nothing much to memorize the concepts. It's completely practice based. How much you practice, that much you will learn. I will tell the same story in every batch, but only few candidates will do the practice and few candidates will come to the class till end of the batch. And those guys only will get succeeding. I hope every one of you will attend the regularly and practice the work. If you are following my instructions, I am responsible for everything. If you are not following my instructions, I don't take any responsibility. If you are following my instructions, definitely I'll make you as a master in the subject. And when it comes to the career, actually very good opportunities are there in the market. It is depends how much skill you have to bargain your package. They will look into your skills. Skills in the sense, technical skills and general skills also. So there is no limit for the salary. Based on your experience, you will get some amount. I cannot mention the limit like this. Say, for example, 3 years experience candidate is there. The guy is getting, few guys are getting 6 lakhs, 3 years. For the same another person having the 3 years experience is getting 18 lakhs. So one amount is not applicable to all candidates. It depends how much skills you are possessing. That is very important. That skill will come only you are regular to the classes and you are practicing very well at least 2 to 3 hours a day. If you are following like that, attending the class daily 3 hours practice, I will take the whole responsibility that to make you as a master in the SAP FI CO. Otherwise, I'm helpless. Yeah, we are running almost 30 minutes out of time. I shown you that how to subscribe for the course. If anyone having the doubt, you can reach that management number I given you, right? You can take this number, you can reach them. Okay. Yeah, you may leave, guys. If you have no doubt, you may leave. See you all, guys. Bye-bye.
Okay, sir.